Good morning vlog, it's Saturday, today's a full work day. There is a lot I have to do. I'm working on the music today for the Tale Teller. So I've got the piano track down and I've just got some really raw strings down. So today aside from adding all of the other instrumental tracks, so brass and woodwinds and percussion and then even some other funky instruments, I'm also messing a lot with modulation. So I'll show you what it looks like and what it sounds like really without modulation and then the difference modulation makes. Before I show you that though, let me just briefly explain modulation. I'm using these digital instruments that are essentially fake orchestral instruments, and there are a lot of different factors that control the sound that they make. They're very, very comprehensive and complicated instruments to try and build in this program. But modulation is essentially building the dynamics using what's called a modular wheel. And this is the best modular wheel that I have because on the main piano that I have, the modular wheel only moves that much. And there's actually a range of dynamics that you get from the modulation. So it basically works like this, right? If I push this all the way up, the strings are going to play at full pelt. But if I bring it down, cool. So you get a bit of an idea as to how that works. But it's not just controlling volume. I know it sounds like it's controlling volume, but it's also controlling the intensity that these instruments are played at. Because what this program is doing is it's using millions of recorded samples of actual string instruments, and the modulation controls the samples that are picked. So for example, if all these different sounds of violins are part of the recordings that are played at very silent, very quiet volumes, the modulation, as you press on it, scrolls sort of through those different intensities all the way up until you have the violin samples playing at very loud volume. So it's not just a volume thing, it's also the way the instrument sounds when it plays quietly or loudly. So you're getting a really authentic orchestral sound. So this is the track with modulation on. If I get rid of the modulation that I've just recorded and play it, you'll see that it sounds like this. Which isn't too bad, but then when I add the modulation back in, you can see we really start to get a dynamic range be introduced. So this is a really fun bit because it really starts to bring things to life, and as you can tell, the sound is vastly different and it really starts to sound like an orchestra.
Only one thought in his head, not about his lack of
checking up on progress.
Food he wasn't fed.
So the little mouse then climbed upon the sail that was mangled, which the sailors couldn't reach in the fury of the storm, and he chewed away a rope until the canvas was untangled.
I'm working on timpanis at the moment, which I love because they have these awesome rolls, and timpanis really add so much like hit and punch and power to the song. So I'll give you a bit of a practical example here. I'm just using them with each of the core punctuation notes there. That sort of thing. Alright, let's give it a go.
But they laugh at my face and my height and disgrace me till agons of furiously passion and deliriously angry that they could be so inconsiderate, and now I'm completely distraught.
The tale.
Alright, it's 6 o'clock. That is the end of the day for me. I've done pretty much all the tracks except for woodwinds and some solo instruments, but I'm really happy with how it's come along, so I figure I'll give you a bit of a sample. There's plenty of polishing to do, of course, but the guts are in there and I'm enjoying how it's sounding. So that is today done. So question of the day. Axel Carlson says, why are Jim and Morph from Treasure Planet on your mural? And can you tell us more about the story of the other characters on there? Jim and Morph are on there because Treasure Planet was one of my all-time favorite animated movies, and all the other characters, I actually covered all of the characters on my mural in a video that I did on my main channel, so I'll link to that in the description, and that hopefully should answer your questions to everything that is on my mural, because I cover all of it. So yeah, that's it for that question. Anyways, thanks for watching today, guys, and I will see you tomorrow.